I was reading an interview today, an interview with Manny Pacquiao's first professional coach, and he was saying that he thinks it would be unwise for Manny Pacquiao to fight Terence Crawford next. And no sooner had he come out and said that, because he obviously feels stylistically Crawford would be a nightmare for Pacquiao, particularly now at Pacquiao's age. You know, he's not the same Pacquiao that people remember fighting De La Hoya, fighting Joshua Clottey, Antonio Margarito, etc., etc. Pacquiao don't have that kind of work rate anymore. He don't have that kind of foot speed. He don't have that kind of energy. Pacquiao hasn't scored a knockout in 7 years, people. And so Pacquiao's original coach was looking at all those factors, plus the way Crawford performed against Victor Postal. He showed he was able to box a very disciplined fight if he wants to, a defensive fight, a counter-punching fight, similar to how Mayweather boxed against Pacquiao. And he thought, you know what? It could be Mayweather all over again. So Manny would be better off fighting Jesse Vargas or somebody that is stylistically not as awkward. And again, as I was about to say, no sooner had he said that Freddie Roach has now come out, and I did touch on this previously in other videos. Freddie Roach has now come out and said he don't want the Terence Crawford fight for Manny Pacquiao. He said he was very impressed with Terence Crawford. He said Crawford can punch. He said Crawford reminds him of a young Floyd Mayweather. And he can be very awkward and very defensively sound when he wants to be. I agree with both Freddie Roach and I agree with Pacquiao's original coach. I think if I was a Manny Pacquiao team member, I would definitely not be advising Manny Pacquiao to take on Crawford. If that fight was to take place later on this year, I'd definitely be picking Terence Crawford to win. I don't think Manny Pacquiao would win that fight. That's just my opinion. Maybe you disagree, but I don't think so, man. I think not only can Crawford replicate what Floyd did, because people are saying, well, Crawford is no Floyd. He's not as good as Floyd. Floyd's one of the greatest fighters of all time and most skilled fighter of this generation and all that type of stuff. Floyd himself, when he fought Pacquiao, was about 38 years old. That wasn't a prime Floyd Mayweather. And on top of that, it's not like Crawford has to embody Floyd Mayweather to beat Pacquiao. No, there's more than one way to skin a cat. He's not the only guy that's beaten Pacquiao. There's other guys that's beaten him. All that Crawford needs to do is take the Floyd blueprint and replicate it to the best of his ability. He don't have to be Floyd Mayweather. That's one particular style in Manny Pacquiao that Crawford will be going up against. And all he has to do is copy Floyd's blueprint to defeat that particular style. It don't mean Crawford's going to go on and be able to take on the other styles that Floyd beat and take care of them as well. It don't necessarily mean that. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. We'll have to see how his career pans out. But in terms of can Crawford replicate what Floyd did in the Manny Pacquiao fight, I believe he can. I believe at this point in time, Crawford is quicker of feet and quicker of hand than Mayweather is. He don't have the experience, obviously, and all that type of stuff. But I do believe he's more athletically blessed at this stage than a 38-year-old Floyd Mayweather. And because of that, because he does have skill and talent, and he's a switch hitter, and he can box a disciplined fight as he showed against Postal and minimize the amount of punches that he takes, I think that he could, and I think that he would beat this 38-year-old version of Manny Pacquiao. I believe Pacquiao is now 38. I don't think he's 36 or 37. I believe he's 38, or will be at least by the time he fights in November. So, yeah, I'll be taking Crawford all the way. I think Manny should be fighting somebody if he wants to win. Depends if he wants to challenge himself. If he really wants to challenge himself and try and go for glory, then go ahead and fight Terence Crawford. But if he wants to fight a guy whose style is a better fit for him, then he's better off going with the Jesse Vargas fight. Just my opinion. So drop your opinions in the comment section below. Do you think Freddie Roach is right to advise Manny not to fight Crawford? Do you think his original trainer is also right? Do you think they're wrong? Do you think they're maybe selling Manny short? You know, Freddie is in the gym every day with Manny Pacquiao, or at least in training camp. So he knows far more about where Pacquiao's at than you or I do. He knows far more than you or me how far gone Pacquiao is and how much he has left. And when his own trainer is saying he don't like that fight for Pacquiao and Crawford impressed him and he's very fast and he can punch and he's like a young Floyd Mayweather, when his own trainer's saying that, personally, I think that's something you shouldn't just dismiss. You know? So make of it what you will, people. Let me know how you feel in the comment section below. It's your boy Hatman, I'm out.